Hello, hello. Oh my goodness. I am so excited to be here and I'm excited for you to be here. And, if you've seen some of the posts or you got the email, you're here to learn about the Create Your Best Life program. And really, the key is about I want to teach you how to get unstuck, live on purpose, take control of your life, prioritize what's most important. And I'm going to share some of the steps and what I've done in my life and my career to get me there. And I'm hoping that it'll do the same for you. So um, let me see here. Let me get comments available. Yeah, I'm nervous actually to sit here and talk to you, but I'm excited. And I'm going to share this presentation. And I think that it will provide you with a lot of the foundational elements that you need. So Create Your Best Life coaching program is not it's a holistic approach. In my career, I've worked um, as a success coach, a consultant, a leadership consultant, company culture strategist. I've written a book called Inspirational Mind Food. I've done speaking and, working most recently at Disney in their advisory group and culture with John Maxwell as a leadership consultant with him, was certified as a life coach about 12 years ago. And, you know, all of these things have come together in what I'm doing now. And my passion for working with professional women. This is a slide that just kind of share with you some fun facts about my family and me. We traveled America for a year in an RV. The center picture is we were cast on a TV show called Going RV. The left bottom one is where I did a triathlon at Lake Lanier, and that is an unbelievable story. I didn't know how to swim, and so I signed up for the triathlon so that I could learn how to swim. Jumped out of a plane at 10,000 feet. And then the other one is getting my MBA without an undergrad. And the reason that I share that with you is because I believe that anything is possible. I believe that where you came from or where you are today does not define who you can be or what you can achieve in life. And I believe, just like you, I think the fact that you're here, that you're watching this, it tells me so much about you. It tells me that you're interested in living your best life. And that's been something that I feel so passionate about, um, is helping professional women who feel stuck take control of their lives, prioritize what's most important, and make confident decisions to move your life and your career in a positive direction in as fast as 30 days without wasting time. It's really about trusting your gut again, and I'm passionate about that because in my life, I have struggled. I've been in that state where I felt stuck as an achiever, and I'm sure for you as well. It's like you just don't want to say no, right? You've been always a person that does it all. You add more to your plate, but you don't take things off your plate. And so I want to share the Create Your Best Life coaching program that integrates executive leadership and life coaching as an integrative approach, to help you, because I've been there and done that. And now I'm so excited to be able to share these ideas and elevate other women. And I've been doing so. And it's incredible seeing the results in just very accomplished women who, it took a lot of courage to step up and say that and they needed someone just to give them some guidance. And that's how I see myself. And so I want to share with you the GROW method. And this is something that I came up with, that I've discovered, I've created, and it's been a culmination of over time of really getting to distill down these ideas. And it is based on positive psychology, neuroscience techniques. And the first component is gratitude. And when I say gratitude, it's about choosing intentional thoughts. And so if you hang with me, I'm going to walk you through the entire Create Your Best Life coaching program. And at the end, I'm going to be offering you a promotion. I'm going to be offering you something that if you're here, you're the one that's going to know about it, and you're going to have the opportunity to take advantage of this special offer. So the G again, this is the overarching methodology for the coaching program. And gratitude, again, it's gratitude, but it's about intentional thinking. The R is called reflect and create. And so reflect and create, this is a component that, again, we're going to dig into the coaching program here in a minute. But when we look back on our lives, when we go back to when we were kids and we look at the peaks and valleys in our lives, there is evidence of who we are. And so you, wherever you are in your life, whatever season that you're in, I guarantee that there's part of you that's dormant, right? Whatever season that you're in, many times we can lose sight of what it is, how we're made, because we're just caught up in the rat race of life, the noise. And so when we reflect on our lives, we can take that evidence and we can help to create the future. The next one is optimize and ongoing. So optimize, this is about optimizing our strengths, optimizing our lives. And I'm gonna talk about this here in one of the phases in the Create Your Best Life program. And then the W stands for wealth and abundance. So it's basically, if we do these other things, you will experience wealth and abundance in all ways, spiritually, emotionally, physically, relationally. And so that is the overarching methodology that the Create Your Best Life rolls up underneath. And so now what I'm going to do is share with you the details. Now, right now, whether if you're watching this live or you're watching this the recording, I would love to hear from you what phase of life that you're in. I've been working with different clients, and it's really interesting because it's not necessarily a certain phase. When I created this program, I think that everybody can benefit from it. In fact, I'm really passionate about professional women because that's who I am, and I understand, women. But it's not just professional women. These challenges that we all face is relevant to any of us. And I've had a number of men come to me and say, Christine, this is something that men could utilize as well and leverage. And that is true. But the different seasons, the different phases of life, whether you're an emerging leader, a high potential leader in an organization, a mom, and you're trying to juggle it all, maybe you're a professional woman that is now coming up to, maybe your kids are getting ready to go off to college, or you're going to soon be an empty nester, but you're kind of trying to figure out what's next. Maybe you're at that season where you're wanting to exit and you're getting ready to move into the retirement phase. Really, all of these principles tie into everything. And really working with women, any kind of woman actually, but professional women is really who I've been targeting. So I want to ask you what phase of life you're in, if you can put that in the notes. And the other question is, how would you rate your level of fulfillment on a scale of 1 to 10? And now sometimes people may feel, they don't want to put this on, the chats or the comments. Feel free to send me a direct message as well. And so right here, we're going to get back to Create Your Best Life. You're looking to transition to your own business. I love that. This is definitely something where we can flush out those kind of things, figuring out what's your next step. And so thank you for sharing that. So this is a 12-week program. The Create Your Best Life program is 12 weeks. These are the different stages. And now we're going to dig into these a little bit more. This is kind of the big picture of showing each section and then, giving you a guideline of the weeks. Kids going off to college and wanting to grow your business. I love that, Polly. Yeah. I mean, that's trying to figure out. I've actually just had coffee with someone this morning, and we were talking about, purpose and figuring out what the next step is, considering a career change. A lot of these things here, considering a career change, that comes back to figuring out what it is you want, right? Sometimes we're wondering what's next, what should we do? And it's determining our purpose. And that ties back to the reflect and create component that I just mentioned. But I'm going to dig into some things that will address some of these stages that you're in. So this is the big picture that you're looking at of the programs, and we have a gold and a silver program. And now I'm going to go into each phase. So for the Mindset Kickstarter, this is the first week to 2 weeks of the program. This is kind of getting a benchmark of where you are, and it's evaluating the different categories in our lives. Many times we can feel like, there may be areas that are really going well, and then there's areas that we want to improve, but sometimes we need to sit down and get that benchmark and really think about it. So you see here, this it addresses all these different phases or different categories in our lives: purpose, um, physical health and fitness, physical environment, where we spend the majority of our time, finances, career, work, restoration, fun, and hobbies. Are you doing enough things that are fun in your life? Your relationships, how would you evaluate your relationships? Spiritual, religion, serving, personal growth and learning, mental health, purpose. So it's really great to get some benchmarks of where you are today, what's going well, and what you want to improve on. So business is rocking, just trying to keep up. I love that. Congratulations. I'd love to hear more about your business. So here's the next section. It's called intention, the intention phase. And intention, a lot of times, like, think about in your life. Have you stopped and, many times we're just on this rat race in our lives, and we can be just so busy that we're not really thinking about what is it that we want? What is the intention that we have in our lives? Um, what are the voices? A lot of times, I don't know if you know this, but we have 70,000 thoughts per day, which is 1.2 thoughts per second. And most of our, 80% of our thoughts are repetitive, and 95% of our thoughts are negative. So it's like we're constantly having these same voices. And there's this saying that is, let's start talking to ourselves instead of listening to ourselves. So this first section is really about shifting our thinking and our thoughts and those conversations, those internal conversations. One of those components, these are the different tools, and the complaint-free contract. I talked about this on one of my other lives, but one of my clients that I've been working with said that is really life-changing. It's awareness of what we're thinking about, and then shifting those thoughts and getting clarity on what it is we want to do. And the next section is called elimination. And this is really where you go through the process of delegate, automate, eliminate, implementing these different tools to uncover the obstacles that are holding you back. Some clients that I've been working with, accomplished women, high level, like president of a company I've been working with. And she said that it's like she just felt stuck. Like she's so smart and she's thriving in the program, but she needed someone to give her permission to eliminate things, to figure out, how to say, what the obstacles are in her life and strategies to overcome them. And when we figure that out, when we eliminate the things that are bogging us down, then we can slow down to speed up. Also in these different tools, we have, the energy zapper. Have you ever paid attention to the things that are sucking the life out of you? A lot of times we're doing things, and there's activities, there are tasks, there's people that really drain us, but we don't even really recognize it. It's kind of a subconscious thing. So it's about elevating the idea of what it is we need to delegate. What do we need to eliminate? We cannot keep adding things to our plate. We got to figure out, how is our time best spent? And so that's this section. And also gratitude, gifts, and gains. It that ties back into the whole mindset of what we're thinking about, what we're focusing on, which brings us to this next section, which is the weeks 7 through 9. And this is where, you've probably heard this before. Energy flows where attention goes. And this is so important because these other components, what we've done is we've kind of distilled things down, and that raising that awareness. And once you know what you want, once you go through this process of figuring out what you want in your career, what kind of career change you want to make, when you're just trying to keep up, right, in your business, why is that? What are some things that we can take a look at, and we can eliminate some things or automate some things? Yesterday, I had a group coaching call with some clients, and the president of the organization. we came up with some different things for outsourcing and some resources for that. And her face was lit up because she was so much in doing this stuff that sometimes, again, I'm going to say this a bunch of times, but it's slowing down to speed up. So, like in your business, figuring out what are the things, how do we do the most effective things, the things that only you can do, and where do we find resources to, you know, delegate or outsource that are going to really make an impact on our business. And so, if you've ever heard of RAS, which is the reticular activating system, right? That's RAS, it's in our brain. And when you have clarity of what you want, it's amazing. All of a sudden, things start showing up, people start showing up. Like, I want to give you a great example. Have you ever bought a car and then suddenly you see your car everywhere? Have you ever bought a car and all of a sudden it's everywhere? That's not because suddenly more people bought your car. Now you notice it. Those cars have always been there. And it's the same thing in our lives. And is that funny? I know. And it's so interesting because we are so powerful. You are so powerful. And when we use our thoughts and our brain and we get that attention, it's things explode, and it's happened to me numerous times in my life. I don't know if it's ever happened to you, so let me know. Um, and so I want to ask you this next question. How would you rate your level of fulfillment in your life overall from a scale of 1 to 10? 10 is like my life is perfect. A 1 is like I'm just feel hopeless. How would you rate yourself on a scale of 1 to 10 on your level of fulfillment? I'm going to move on while you're getting ready to do that. A 7? Awesome. Anybody else? 7 to 8? 7? What what is an area that you feel overwhelmed or stuck, or that you feel that it could improve when you think of the different categories that I mentioned? Just to reiterate, so some of those areas. So I'm wondering, considering a career change. So that would probably be in your career area, your job, okay? And in your job, the components of job satisfaction is pay, promotion, coworkers, and the work itself. Pay, promotion, coworkers, and the work itself. And so when you think in terms of that, how would you categorize that? Like pay, promotion, coworkers, and the work itself. So in your job, what would you say is the item that is not giving you satisfaction? So I see systems and structure. Yeah, I think that's really important. Figuring out ways to improve your, efficiency. I'm huge on that. I've done actually after grad school, I did a workflow analysis for a major company where they were going and doing different systems. They were transitioning to new systems, and it's all like creating efficiencies, automating, and I always say you want to work smart, not hard. Um, so I see work. So all are good, but the coworkers and mainly the work itself. So the work itself is what you're not happy about. All right. So that's basically where we got to figure out, what are you made for? And I always feel, here's my thing, where you are today or where you came from does not define who you can be or what you can achieve in your life. And you're driving and listening. Okay, yeah, please stay focused. Um, so for the work itself, and I can't see name, like I'm using this StreamYard tool, and so it doesn't show the names. Polly, I see your name, but everybody else I don't see your actual name. So the person who said all but coworkers, were you saying that all are not good, but the coworkers are good? Okay. So pay, promotion, The work itself. All right. It's great that the coworkers are awesome. But yeah, this is where I think this is where it's flushing out what you're on this earth to do. It is possible to do what you love, to have balance. Now, when I say balance in your life, I'm not saying that everything is, rainbows and unicorns, but a life where you feel satisfied and you feel joyful and you have peace and you know that you're doing what you're supposed to do. And so, yeah, this Create Your Best Life program is exactly that. This is a program that will help you flush those things out. It's again, for me, working in the corporate world and you know culture, people, leadership, there's just so many things. And that leads me into this next slide that I'm going to share. This is called the business essentials section. And the reason I put this program together is because as a professional woman, and especially in our culture today, everything is integrated, right? Our personal life and our professional life is all integrated. And so a lot of this program, it's kind of like executive leadership and life coaching. You can leverage whatever aspect of that you need. You can increase the level of engagement based on what you're needing. This is the business piece. So in the business essentials section, how to create a wow culture. That is where your culture at work. So even if you're an entrepreneur, you're going to create a culture, and at home there is a culture by design or default. So this how to create a wow culture is really a lot of things I share with you about the Disney principles, how we work with organizations, but you can also apply these same things to your home and your family. The next piece, and this has been a huge one that I've been doing a lot of work on, it's the time mastery section. And for some of you who are on this call, there's a quote: time equals life. Waste your time, waste your life. Master your time, master your life. This is something I'm so passionate about and have studied so much about it. So I've created this section on how to start making the most of your time, actionable strategies to gain control of your time, increase efficiency, productivity, and fulfillment. Because at the end of the day, right? That's all we have. You can't get time back. And that one is really powerful. The next one is called communicating with clarity and impact. Now, I don't know about you, but what I've discovered in my life, in my 56 years on this earth, is typically when there's a problem or a challenge, it's because of one of two things: miscommunication or lack of communication. Miscommunication, lack of communication. What do you think about that? Whenever you've had conflict about something, it's like either somebody didn't communicate, or they didn't communicate clearly. And there's so much to like the language that we use, how we ask for things, especially as women. It's like using our voice, like in the business world, using our voice. And that ties into the next component, which is improving confidence in the workplace. This is all specifically about using our voice, setting boundaries, having a seat at the table. I actually just was on a women's leadership panel with the University of Alabama's executive MBA and MBA alumni. And I served on that panel with the chief people officer for Coca-Cola Bottling and the chief administrative officer from Citibank. And it was like the coolest thing because it was all about sharing information with some of the women on confidence. And listen, we all struggle. I don't know about you, but it's like that imposter syndrome. It's real. And there's a lot of things that we have to do to elevate our thinking and to be authentic and true and use our voice and have confidence. And so that's what that program's all about. And then the resources library is a resource that I've created that is a whole lot of things: books, podcasts, TED Talks, just different resources that apply to these categories in the self-discovery wheel. This wheel here, where is it? That we talked about. So, what are your thoughts about all of that so far? Now, all these ideas tie into all the things that you have mentioned on this call. And I want to thank you for commenting, because sometimes this is so weird, doing these Facebook lives and not having somebody here. It's really awkward. So it makes me feel good that you're there. And thank you, whoever said love it. Thank you for commenting. Um, let's see. The last week of the program is called a wrap up and next steps, and that's where we celebrate the successes, the breakthroughs, the new way of living. And the whole key is to shift our thinking. So I missed the beginning. Is there going to be a replay? How long per week? Yes. So there will be a replay. This will be on Facebook, and if you're on our email list, you'll get the replay tomorrow. And if you're not on the email list, just go to christinemroberts.com, and there's a place to sign up to be on the email list. And there's also a place to set up a consultation. So that's something that we're doing a lot of, is having consult calls. The time for this, so this program is a 12-week program. Let me just go to this next step. It's a 12-week program, and the commitment, the way we've set it up is, I'm going to answer your question here as I go through. So these are the success components for the program. Again, I want to just reiterate, this is about integrating executive leadership and life coaching as a holistic approach. It's simple and easy steps to ensure results, elevate your confidence, identify what's most important, and make confident decisions, creating systems and processes. And this is all about work and home. So you can get a consult. I'm going to have on Facebook, on LinkedIn, on my Create Your Best Life business page. There will be, I'm actually got a QR code, or you can go to christinemroberts.com, and there's a spot to schedule a consult. And so inside the program, we do an assessment on the front end and the back end, and also the self-discovery wheel on the front end and the back end. So that's how we can measure results. It's 12 weeks of the program. You've got it online. It's on every kind of device. You have an application, an app that you can download. You have it on your PC, on your iPad, like it's available everywhere. And the initial parts of it are kind of like micro learning. And that's where you listen, and there's a coaching session, and there's activities. And so the whole thing is, from a time commitment standpoint, what people have shared with me, obviously it's like anything. You can put in as much time as you want, or as little time as you want, and your results are going to be commensurate with whatever your level of commitment is. But I would say it's a couple hours per week, maybe 2 to 3 hours per week. And again, it's where you're going to do a lot of self-discovery. You're going to be implementing all of these different tools. It's 24/7 access to the community. There's different things that you get, bonuses, the journals. We'd like to send you little fun welcome packages. After the program, there's a next step, but we'll have alumni happy hours. And the things, again, you're going to learn, it's all about you, and it's all about me, right? We talk about leading yourself in order to lead others. And everyone, the definition of leadership that we've used in my corporate life is leadership is influence. Therefore, everyone's a leader, because you influence your children, your coworkers, your friends, your parents, your neighbors. We all influence other people. And in order to be a positive influence for other people, we have to lead ourselves first. And the thing is, I want to just say that I know for myself, I have struggled in my life in many different times. And, like, I've had to reach out and get help and ask for help and be humble. I was talking about traveling America. We in 2016, I was working all the time. I cracked 2 teeth because I was clenching my teeth. I was so maxed out, but I didn't want to. I just didn't want to cry for. I just didn't want to admit that I needed help, because I'm an achiever, right? I get it done, just like you. If you're here, I guarantee that we're wired similar. But I realized that, I'm Christian, and whether you're Christian or not, it's like God did not put me on this earth to suffer. God put me on this earth to thrive, just like you. You are here to thrive, and you are here to live the life that, you know, you're here to live a life of purpose and to live a life of fulfillment. This morning I went running and I have my playlist, and I have a happy playlist on Spotify, which is on my website too. But the song that played when I was running was Don't Blink by Kenny Chesney. I don't know if you're into country music, but it really just it hit home. It's like, don't blink, 100 years goes faster than you think. And I don't know how old you are, and I won't ask that. But time is all we've got. We have one life, and this is it. And so if you're in the same place that you were a year ago, 5 years ago, 10 years ago, whether you want to partner with me or work with me or not, I just want you to invest in you, invest in yourself, invest in your life, because there's this saying, you know, invest now or pay later. Invest now in your personal life, in your relationships, or, pay later with health issues, pay later with divorce, invest, it's like when we fill our own cup, when you take care of yourself and you are the best you can be, your cup is overflowing, and then you can add value for other people, for your children. So it's, again, you can't pour from an empty cup, and that is key. So the one-on-one coaching is with me alone. Right now, I'm doing the one-on-one coaching. With this program, we've got the silver program, which includes the group coaching and all the components that we just talked about. The gold program is includes the group coaching and the one-on-one coaching. And right now, I'm the person doing the one-on-one coaching. I do have other coaches that will be coming in to help with some different things, because there's only one of me. Right now on this program, so the group coaching is not an addition. The group coaching comes with the silver program. And then if someone wants to invest in the one-on-one coaching, then that would be the gold program. And so we're starting this. This is going to start in 2 weeks, and it's going to start on a Tuesday. And we've got 10 spots. We're really trying to do. Okay, thank you for being on here. Yes, actually, give me a call. I will post to you to set up a consult, and we can have a conversation and just learn more about if we would be a good fit together. So thank you for joining. What was I going to say? Okay, so we're starting a couple weeks. We've got 10 slots, and the first 5 people that sign up for the program are going to get the gold program at the silver level. It's 100% risk-free. We have a guarantee in the first 30 days. If you have gone through and you've done the activities and you have participated and you're not happy, we will refund your money 100%. These are just some testimonials from some other women that have gone through the program. And I'm going to stop now because it's been 30 minutes. I know that people got to jump off, but there's going to be on Facebook, LinkedIn, a QR code that takes you direct to my calendar. There will be on the website. We'll put the website up for you to schedule a consult. And again, I just want to thank you. And I want to encourage you, if you feel like you're trying to figure things out, don't waste any more time. If it's not with me, just invest with someone that can help you move forward. And I just thank you so much for being here. I thank you all for the comments and for encouraging me. It makes me feel so good. And I just believe that God's got me here doing what I'm supposed to do. And so I just look forward to connecting with you soon. Have a great day and go create your best life.